Hey guys, today I will be giving you my top 5 tips on how to become a Pubg Mobile Pro. In the background I will be playing some solo versus squad. Number 5. Hot dropping. One of the most important things you'll have to learn to become a Pubg Mobile Pro is to learn how to engage fights and win battles. If you constantly drop in the middle of nowhere every match, you will see no enemies and therefore have no chance to engage against enemies. If you're worried about rank, I would suggest choosing a season to rank push and choosing a season to get better as a player, which means hot dropping and getting as many kills as possible. But don't get discouraged if you drop boot camp and die every time. A player needs time to develop and get better. Sometimes you die of complete bullshit. Let's say you didn't find a gun and the enemy does. In that situation you're fucked and there's nothing you can do about it. It happens to everyone. But when you drop hot, have some common sense. Find a helmet and vest before you rush someone with a gun. Obviously rush the other player when they have no weapon. But if they do, you want every advantage. Call your squad over. Get an angle. Get the high ground. Get some cover. These are just small things you can do consistently to improve your gameplay. Now moving on to tip number 4. Positioning. Once again, this tip relies on common sense. Do not take any engagement if you are in the open and have no cover to get behind. The enemy would fuck you over due to your shit position, and being in an open space means easy shots for your enemy. Now don't get me wrong. There are some situations where you are running in an open field and you will unknowingly get shot at. In those situations, run as fast as you can, zigzag, and try to get some cover to hide behind. Now that is a clear example of shit positioning by my opponent. He was clearly getting shot at, but took too long to get behind that cover, which gave me an easy kill. Now, this does count upon reflexes, which brings me to tip number 3. Reflexes. First off, take a look at this. I was getting shot at but my reflexes saved my ass from dying, and I got into cover before my ass got buried. Now reflex is one of the most important skill to learn in this game. It can save your ass from getting killed, and you can also kill enemies due to your faster reaction time. My only suggestion about getting better reflexes is to play TDMs and quick matches, as those games have smaller areas, which means more action and getting faster at spotting and shooting your enemies. Tip number 2. Knowing when to rush. As you saw, I shot this enemy with my M416 and threw a grenade at the place he took cover. Knowing this, he is at a low health, so I take my opportunity to push the opponent. However, there are many different situations. Say you're in a squad match, and you know the opponent is already outnumbered 4-3. Take the time to knock one enemy to make it 2 before rushing. This will give your team the advantage to winning the engagement. Advantages are everything. Always try to have at least one advantage when taking the fight. It could be better cover, more squad members, better weapons, high ground, safe zone advantage, and many more. Okay guys, let me move on to tip number 1. Choose your own style. Let me clarify. Choose and find your own controls, whether it be 2 thumbs, 4 finger claw, or even 10 toes claw. I don't give a shit. As long as your controls fit you and you're comfortable with it, go with it. Obviously, if you're beginning to start claw, practice. Don't just give up because you're not used to it. It took me 2 days to learn my 4 finger claw settings back in season 9. Sensitivity. Now this is a hard one. I've tried out many sensitivity settings by different YouTubers, and the one I use is by Mr. Spike. I'll leave the link to this sensitivity video in the description. Now on to finding your own loadouts and weapons. It's good to find which guns you like. Don't just stick to using an M416 every game. That's what I used to do. That's what noobs do. Try out and experiment new weapons. I've started using the M762 and it is, in my opinion, the best assault rifle in the game. But knowing which guns are good with other guns are important. My favorite loadout is M762 with a red dot, for close range combat, paired with M416 with 6x or 4x for long range spray. But a lot of people pair assault rifles with snipers, which is also very good. Some of the best loadouts in my opinion are DP28 and AKM, M416 and M762, any sniper with any AR and Uzi with M4. Now, please enjoy the gameplay, and watch until the end for a bonus tip. I'll give you small tips during this gameplay.
Enemies ahead. Enemies ahead.
Enemy spotted. For real this time.
When your teammate gets knocked, revive them straight away, unless you have a clear shot and you know you'll get the kill, then shoot. But for example, if 3 members of your squad is knocked, revive them. Don't be a faggot and peek the enemy, or else you'll all die. I fucking hate noobs that do that. For the people who stayed until the end, my bonus tip is, do not fucking snake. If you snake you can suck my ass and die in a hole. Okay bye guys, please remember to like and subscribe.